I will give you everything. Just make my dreams come true. Guys, you gotta listen to Michael Jackson Butterflies, man. That's my shit. Anyway, I haven't made a video like this in a while. Only been like 3 fucking days, but look at these motherfuckers just walking on the fucking road, man. They forget I used to play Grand Theft Auto, man. I might forget. Just lose it. But anyway, guys, so about testosterone, right? I made a lot of videos about testosterone. I love testosterone. Testosterone is everything, man. It's everything. Everything that is manly, anything that is epic, that is worthy of songs, everything that is like masculine, man. Testosterone is the answer, right? So I was doing a lot of studies on testosterone, and I studied a lot of research on testosterone, different things on the molecular level, and the animal kingdom, and I stumbled upon a lot of cool shit, that applies to the animal, to animals and to humans as well. Humans are not, we what I call civilized animals. And what it was, pretty much, it was how testosterone not just affects your muscles. Forget muscles for now. This video is on other things, but testosterone really affects your mindset. Everybody knows that testosterone affects your mindset. It affects your drive. That's why when people lose testosterone, they become more passive, and they lose ambition, they lose drive, they lose that vitality. And then when somebody has a high testosterone levels, they're dominant, not jerks, but like they're positively aggressive. They're ready to take risks. They're not scared of life or death. You know what I mean? So testosterone really contributes to your mind, and that's to me, that's one of the biggest benefits, because real talk, the reason why I always want to increase my testosterone levels is because the effect it has on the brain. My mood, I feel great. The muscle things, it's kind of like a bonus. But so I looked at this study. They were looking at fish, this African fish, right, somewhere in Africa, this African species of fish somewhere in Africa, and the male fish that had high testosterone levels were obviously bullying the other fish and shit. The alpha fish were actually bullying the beta fish, the Nemos and shit. It's just not cool. But anyway, they're fucking fish, right? That's why we eat them bitches. But and then they also had different characteristics. As humans, when you have high T levels, you have like this muscle mass, and you have the the facial hair, all that shit. Those fish, it was like they had markings on their face. They had like different colors. They were bigger. They had more mass, obviously, and it was remarkable, the difference in attitude. They were about the shit. They weren't fucking around. And the beta fish were at low T levels, were like going around. Oh, I'm sorry, I stepped on your foot. All that shit. And then they found out that the more the beta fish kept getting bullied, the more the T levels went down, and the more the alpha fish kept being alphas. And I'm not talking about like alphas in the case of bullying. You guys know I'm completely against bullying. But they were alphas. They were taking the women. They were doing all the alpha things. The more they kept doing that, the more the T levels kept rising. So it was kind of like the more you have, the more you get. The less you have, the more you lose. And the scientists were like, okay, so if it's the testosterone that's contributing to their mood and their place in society, what if we try to control that, right? Scientists will try to fuck up shit. So they took the beta fish, and they activated the motor neurons that release gonadotropin releasing hormone, which release luteinizing hormone, which goes to the lady cells of your testicles and makes testosterone, right? Long story short. So they activated those things through electrical impulses or whatever, and boom, right? These beta fish started producing a lot of testosterone, because I told you guys, it all starts in the brain. And this is the point of this video. I'm going to end this video, give you guys this quick nugget. It starts in the brain. So they made those fish, release a lot of fucking testosterone, and those beta fish began to display the characteristics of an alpha fish, right? They started having the marking on the face, the color changed, they became bigger and things like that, and they began to become dominant. They began to, not fuck around. And then they took the alpha fish and they began to fuck around with the testosterone levels by decreasing them. And the same thing happened. They began to lose the marking that they had, the size began to go down, and their behavior began to change. They started acting beta. And I realized, obviously, it was all linked to testosterone, right, which starts in the brain. So how does that apply to humans? I'm getting there. They also tried that with sheep. and they realized, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but goats, not sheep, goats, the alpha goat always stands on the higher rock, the higher mountain, the higher rock, or the higher tree stump, and the beta rocks and the females stand either on the floor or on the low stumps. And anywhere you go, if you see ghosts in the wild, the alpha one will always be on the highest stump. That's just the way it is. And when he loses, when somebody else becomes more alpha to him, that person, that new goat, knocks him off the fucking stump. It's fucking epic. It's beautiful. So it's like, you know, king of the highest stump. But anyway, so they went to the ghost and they did the same thing, right? They took the beta ghost and increased the testosterone levels artificially, not by injecting, but by like activating the part of the brain that releases testosterone. And they became alpha as fuck, right? They became stronger, bigger, and they started acting out, fucking. So they began to knock the former masters off the tree stumps and shit. They began fighting more. They were more aggressive. They were more sexually active. Then they took the alpha ghosts that were alpha before, and stop their brain from releasing gonadotropin, releasing hormones. So they began to have low testosterone production, and they began to act beta. They stopped fighting. They stopped looking for women. Their sex drive went down. They were all fucking, crazy. And they were like, wow, man, this is crazy how, we know testosterone has that effect on humans, but we didn't know it was that powerful as far as social environment. So what is the conclusion? This video's too fucking long. Conclusion is they also find out that part of your brain that I kept referring to, that those fucking neurons, that fucking release gonadotropin, release hormone, that fire naturally every time you win something, right? Every time something positive happens to you, every time you take a risk and win. So, and then they tested it on humans. They found out before boxing matches, in anticipation of a fight, a male's T levels will go up, and if he wins, they go up even higher by like 20-30%. And if he loses, they go down, which is interesting. And they also found out that even arguments, when people argue, if you win an argument, your T levels actually go down. Not drastically, like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose all my games, but they go down. And when somebody wins an argument, right? Scientists are crazy. They studied everything, right? The person's T levels actually go up. And they went to Wall Street and even tried it on the investors. The people that took the most risks, like the hedge fund managers and all these guys, had higher T levels than their subordinates. And the people who were afraid to take risks, coincidentally, had really low T levels. So it all boils down to ambition and the drive. And so pretty much they're trying to say that the more you engage in competitive activities where you take risks, whether it's poker or basketball, football, lifting weights, right? Us, iron lovers. The more you succeed, the more your T levels go up, and the more you fail, the more they go down. So you want to expose yourself to not only a risk-taking environment, but you also want to win those things, right? And it's very simple. You just want to do things that you're good at. Do things that are gonna make you win a lot, right? Obviously, you're not gonna win them all, but just remember that every time you lose, it's not the end of the world. Try to keep your positive attitude. It's amazing how little things that happen in your brain affect your entire life, And I know a lot of people hippies gonna start saying, changing testosterone is not enough to make a difference. I fucking hate douchebags who say that shit because they're so fucking ignorant of human physiology, human biochemistry, shit like that. Yes, that little change might not be enough to make like a big steroid change, like injecting drugs, but it fucking adds up, right? If your testosterone levels increase by 1, let's say 1, right? The average person, I don't know what, like around 500. Let's say it increase by 1 every day for a year. That's 365 at the end of the fucking year. That's a lot, right? So I hate that argument. Oh, it's not enough to make a difference. Go suck a dick, man. I hate negative motherfuckers. Always trying to be technical and shit. It's enough, guys, because in the long run it adds up. And I don't care, even if it doesn't make a fucking difference. I'd rather have my T level go about 1 than stay the fucking same. If you're with me, put your hand up. There you go. Exactly. So try to do more things, guys. Try to involve in more competitive things, competitive sports, competitive games, whatever it is, anything that gives you an anticipation of winning or losing. And then when you do win, you get a bonus. If you lose, then it sucks for you, motherfucker. All right, guys. Hope this helps. Keep your T levels up, not just for your physique, but for your mind, your drive. You're a fucking man, your balls. Team 3D, dominant, discipline, direction. We came, we saw, we fucking own. I'm out of here. What's going on, guys? Just make my dreams come true. Look what I got for my little birthday surprise, man. No cakes, fuck cakes. Baby mommy caught me off guard. Well, I got some cake down here.